Sup, YouTube? I'm not sure why this keeps happening, but every time I start filming a video, I get disconnected from YouTube, from this filming straight from YouTube kind of thing. So, I'm gonna do this really quick, to be honest. This is my Chaos Control Stun-ish variant of sheer creation on a whim. I love it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I love this deck. It controls, it stuns, it beats, it pumps out damage, it's trolly, it's lulls. Boss monsters. BLS. He is a win condition. I don't think he needs to get hit by the ban list though, because people are like, BLS, BLS, broken, broken, broken. There are a lot more broken plays, broken combos out there that do need to get hit by the ban list. Keep BLS and we'll all be happy. Chaos decks can prosper. However, Chaos decks were winning everything because of BLS, if Chaos variants of anything were winning because of BLS, not just Chaos Dragons, then BLS would get banned. But the crucial one, Emperor End Dragon, is banned, so don't touch BLS. 2 Chaos Sorcerer, 3 becomes extremely cloggy, 2 is even iffy. This is still questionable, but right now 2 is working very well, so I'm gonna keep it at 2. 2 Caius, again like Chaos Sorcerer. 3 is very cloggy. 2, again, kind of iffy, because I don't get things to sack out that much. But when I do get things to sack out, that's why he's sitting there at 2. He might go to 1. But as of right now, 2 worked very well when I test played it at locals today. And Dark Arm. 28 beat stick pops out, starts crashing, starts popping cards. No big deal, except for your opponent. To the stun side of things, Triple Thunder King. The legendary, the greatest floater ever. No deck can normal summon. Scratch that. Other than Inzectors, no deck is going to be normal summoning and getting over your 19 beater. Because if they try to special summon, and not even, no deck can get over without searching either. So if they try to special summon, they're either losing, this minuses your opponent all the time. And T-King Beatdown is one of the greatest things. Double Doom Cow. Mandatory negate of any monster effect that happens, tribute to the graveyard. Negate, destroy. So if it happens in the graveyard, if it happens to Scarecrows, Sangins, everything gets mandatory negate, destroy. So, 2, because it's 1900 beat stick. It works beautifully, but at the same time, you don't want it negating yours and destroying, so you have to think when you use this. It stuns your opponent very well, though. Sangin searches a lot of crucial stuff. Again, like the Millad deck, if you are bad hand sitting on Sangin, you can search something to get out of the bad situation, or you can just search a Battle Fader to negate the battle phase if you're going to get OTK'd. A thing with this deck that you have to learn is to take some of the damage, because you don't want to waste your hand traps on certain small clicks of damage, because you might be able to bounce back, and then you're going to want your hand traps for bigger damage. We run 3 of the undieables, or the unkillables, like I like to call them. Spirit Reaper. If you do get pokes off with them, it's wonderful. Even if a person uses 1 day of peace or something, you can still poke. The attack still goes off, there's just no damage, so you can still pitch guard. Only run 1 because lances and smashings and stuff, and then anything that will target him instantly destroys him, so. Then, for 2 more lights to make it 8 lights that we want in the graveyard for the 9th light BLS, this Marshmallow, because you can only run 2, this deck doesn't crank out a lot of damage. So, when this deck can crank out damage, it's in small 19s, 24s until like the BLSs and Dark Arms come out and stuff, or any of the Synchros or Exceeds. So an extra 1,000 is very, very crucial. And this is the greatest of the undieables because if Spirit Reaper's targeted, it dies. If Gel and Duos, if damage is inflicted because of an attack, I believe, with Gel and Duos, it dies. And piercing damage and stuff, there are certain things that will get over changing it to attack position, stuff like that. So this stays on the field, and it will stay on the field until it gets popped. It has to get popped by something. So this this was a very, very, very good choice. Me and my friend Nick sat and built this, and we decided that two of that was, and was, it works beautifully. Hand traps. Triple Veiler. Triple Veiler in this meta is too good. Triple Veiler and it's another light instant pitch to the graveyard. This tilts your opponent beautifully, and that's what you want to do. You want to stop your opponent. You want to throw them off their game because yeah, you can throw your opponent off game. It's no need to explain. If you know Yu-Gi-Oh, you know Veiler. Hand traps, stop attacks, 2 battle faders. Um, Trag's really good in this deck because you can change the attack, synchro, exceed, and stuff. And Gore's. Gore's beatdown is hysterical. People hate it, but I love it. There are five tech choices here. Gale. Gale's a tuner. I still synchro as dead as it is. I will still synchro. Gale is too good. Gale is one of the most broken cards in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sheer fact gets under bottomless. It is a tuner in a Blackwing lineup. It's even more broken because it's specialed for no cost special. Target and have the attack of an opponent's monster indefinitely. I've gotten over big things with this. It's too good, and it's another dark. Breaker. Back row hate is very crucial in this deck. So we run Breaker to pop a card, and if they have no back row, it bumps up to 19. A good play with Breaker. Birdman. Birdman again is very, very crucial. You can. I've gone into something, and then I've special Birdman, or like say you drop Battle Fader. No, not Battle Fader. Say you have like Marshmallow set or something. They attack into it, boom, they take the 1,000. Bring back this, set Marshmallow pass. This gets special in defense, yada yada. You can reuse like Gores and stuff with this. It's actually really a lot more useful than you would just go, oh, bounce normal, the thing that I bounced, then special. You can enemy controller, take it, bounce theirs back to hand, special this, and then 14 to the face occasionally is kind of funny. So Birdman is, I like Birdman. It's really good. Kaiku. When it inflicts damage, remove play up to 2 monsters in your opponent's graveyard. With the current meta going on and the fact that I can slow my opponents down beautifully, this 1800 beater on the field with me slowing my opponent down can swing and remove their stuff from the graveyard. Dragons, essentially. And Card Trooper. The only non-lighter dark that I run, I can set it, have them attack it, draw a card, or I can mill my 3 and make it a 19 beater, and I'm content with milling in this deck, to be honest. Just like once or twice mill 2, mill 3, maybe even just mill 1, and it's a 3 and if it's destroyed, draw a card. I believe it's 27 monsters. Spells, triple, duality. Very few monsters are getting special summoned, and if I am going to, I'm not going to duality. It's easy as that. There's a lot of thinking that comes with this deck, so you gotta know when and when not to do something. Back row hate here. One heavy, one MST, and one night beam. I got this night beam today, so I put it in there. I like it. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't normally set MSTs for the sheer fact that they could get MST'd because I'm not really concerned with them chaining something to it. So, I want to have a night beam so that they can't chain to it. I'm against setting this MST because people set MST. I can't activate this the turn it's set. So, if they people will set MSTs. If I set my MST, they end phase MST, my MST is null and void. I like to hold my MSTs, so I activate my MSTs. If it's a Book of Moon or something and they chain it, then shit. Night Beam, it'll become the same concept as my Mystical Space, except they can't chain it. So, I like it. I don't know, and it's really cool looking card. Spanish Monster Reborn, Avarice, Darkhold, Allure. Two econs because econ works. I love econ. I've taken I actually took and double tributed for a Trag one time. I took their Zen mains and I've tributed Zen mains, I've tributed Dolkas, tributed Logias, stuff like that for so when I do uh like summon what's it called? Like Battle Fader and stuff. And then more back row hate. Main one decree. Why? I side deck more back row hate. And this is crucial. Side deck. Former. Because Battle Fader, go into Formula, take one. Like, then I econ, take. It's the 15th card, is something that I can go into. Armory Arm, too easy to go into. So, I fucking love Armory Arm. Beyond imagination. This card is so good. This card is so good. Justice Catastor. Obvious. Bryonic. Obvious. Flamvote Iroquois. It pumps itself up, and with Armory Arm, it's good. I like it. Black Rose. Black Rose saves the day. Ancient Fairy. For if they run field spells, pop it. If not, I can special summon. I can do without a battle phase if it means fucking up my opponent a little bit more. Scrap Dragon, too good. Stardust. Colossal Fighter against Warrior matches up. And also, the loop itself as a 28 beater reoccurring. Exceeds. Leviathan. Double Utopia. Masstroke, the Symphony Dinge. It's a Book of Moon, and it can stop itself from being destroyed. And another one that was pretty close to Kachi Kochi Dragon. Traded for this. Love it. It's a 4/21 beater. 2 level 4s. If it destroys a monster by battle, you can detach one to have it attack again. In my honest opinion, it's the best double beater out there. It's one of the best double swingers out there. I like it. If you have any discrepancies against my Kachi Kochi Dragon, get at me. We'll get to this. Side deck. 2 Fossil Dino. We're not special summoning that much. This card can throw your opponent off a lot. I can just normal summon this, and my opponent is screwed. So, I just wait. For the Rabbit matchup, for the Hero matchup, stuff like that, Snowman Eater. For the Dragon matchup too, big beaters. 2 DD Crow against decks that revolve around the graveyard. I revolve around the graveyard too, so I can't do macros and deep prisons. 1 Jinzo, because Secret Jinzo, sexy Secret Jinzo. 24 beater. I take it out for like Caius, because I don't want too many things that need to be tributed for, but I take this out for Caius, and this will stop my opponent more than Kai's will, in decks that require me putting in Jinzo. King Tiger Wagnu stops windups, downer rabbits, and insectors. Dead in their tracks. I wish I had room for more than one, but in all honesty, I really cannot do more than one, which sucks, but one more MST, back row hate. One deck Devi, because if I can get it off, it can stop your opponent in the decks that it requires. But again, this deck can live without me getting deck Devi off. It will still stun my opponent, but this wins games when I do get it off. Two more Decree. There are my two more Decrees to go with my main one, because back row fucks this deck. Two Compulse, and double Payback. Double Payback. I really don't have time to explain. Let's just say, I'll explain it. Continuous Trap. When your opponent's card effect does 1,000 or more damage, place one Payback counter on this card. When, during the end of your opponent's next turn, so like your opponent does it, blah blah blah, you activate this, it's sitting there with 2 on it. Because your opponent did 2,100 damage from their Chain Strike. This is against Chain Burn and other stupid burns. Blah 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 blah. Your opponent does 3,100 with Chain Strike. It's got 3 Payback counters on it. They pass turn. You do your shenanigans, pass turn. They go, they pass turn. This is still there. Tribute it. Do 2,000 for each counter on it. You, after 2 turns, after actually just 1 turn through, your turn, his turn. So 2 turns, it will do double whatever your opponent's card effect did to you. If you hate Chain Burn, you will love double Payback. I side this in every deck ever because I don't know what else beats Chain Burn. I will side this, and I will side my Decrees and stuff. This deck, and if you run traps, if you run a trap heavy deck, if you run traps at all, and you cannot afford to side in Decrees, and you're gonna have, like, you would have to side in Night Beams. You'd have to side in like a playset of Night Beams over your MSTs, because MSTs can chain. But then, you can, if you're playing Chain Burn, you end phase. This deck, this crushes Chain Burn. Trust me. I've gone off with this play before, and I've done some damage to Chain Burn, yada yada. They do their shit. Keep this out. This can be game against Chain Burn. You run 1 though because Chain Strike's at 2, so you want to get this, but you don't want to like get this and have them say just desserts for 900, something dumb. Favorite side deck card in the history of existence. Sorry again for the length of the video. I'm bad about that, but hope you enjoy. I'll be up with some other new deck, maybe. I'm thinking Karibo OTK or an Inferno Tempest Burn Troll deck. Rate, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know troll decks. I'm not voting Chain Burn, however. Rate, like, comment, subscribe. Team Budget out.